Just coming up to 5:26 on a Monday afternoon, 11th of June 2018 to be precise. Back on Patshull Church Lake for a quick overnighter. It's been around about 2 weeks since my last session, and if you saw that one, you'll notice that I'm back in the same swim. Myself and Nick, we arrived here around about 1:30, and we did a couple of laps of the lake, and we didn't spot anything to really go on. We did spook a fish on the far margin as we walked onto one of the board swims, but apart from that we have not seen any telltale signs, any fish cruising, any fizzies, absolutely nothing. So yeah, we've got limited time. We've been fishing around about 2 hours, and we'll be pulling off tomorrow morning around about 10:30, 11 o'clock. So yeah, this is just a quick overnighter. So after a quick discussion, we both decided to jump into the swims that we fished around about 2 weeks ago. My approach, I've gone down the far margin on the right there, just off the reed bed. I'll zoom in for you, there you go. Off there I've got a multi-rig with a nice white crab pop-up over a handful of candy nut crush, which has been stodged and glugged on the spot where I was spomming a couple of weeks ago, and I've done exactly the same again in this session. I think I must have put about 60 to 70 spoms of candy nut crush 15mm bottom baits, which have been glugged and stodged. Really gone for it. Left hand rod I've got a stiff hinge rig that's presenting a 15mm Scopex squid pop-up, and the middle rod is a Scopex squid snowman. So that's my approach. As I say, the rods have been out about 2 hours, and if you can see clearly from what I'm showing you here, you'll notice it's another beautiful day. It's absolutely scorching. Struggling to get a signal really on my phone, but when we arrived it was approaching 25 degrees, so it's really warm. And as I say, we're coming up to tea time now, and the temperature is it's well over 20 degrees. So if we are going to get any action this evening, you guessed it, our best bet is going to be in the hours of darkness. But it's just nice to be back out. As I say, it's been a couple of weeks. Work's been busy, so my time's been taken up earning a living, but I managed to find a bit of time to do this session. So just nice to be here. We're going to have a nice barbecue this evening, and yeah, if we catch anything it'll be a bonus. I'm still waiting for my first fish off Patshull Church Lake, or a carp anyway. As I probably mentioned in the previous blog, I did the winter on here last year, and I had a few perch and pike, but as yet Mr. Carp has eluded me. So yeah, I'm still waiting to get off the mark, and yeah, this will only be my second full session since being a fully paid syndicate member. But yeah, it's always nice when you get off the mark and get that first fish under your belt. So yeah, we'll plug away, and who knows, is tonight going to be the night that happens. But if not, I'm going to enjoy it as usual. And as I say, me and Nick are going to have a bit of a social tonight and a barbecue. No doubt some carpy chat, and yeah, hopefully we'll have something to show you as the session goes along. So right, I'm going to wrap this up until the next instalment. Going to get some more water down me, keep the old fluids going in. Watch that water, and I'll update you, hopefully with something of interest. Fingers crossed it's a carp. So yeah, catch up with you later, folks. Well, evening, it's just approaching 10 o'clock, and I've not long returned from the swim next door, where I've just enjoyed a lovely barbecue with Nick. Really was some nice food and plenty of carpy chat. And this is the scene that I've been greeted to when I've got back. It's like a mill pond out there. The sun's gone behind the trees now, Still quite warm, but it's far from the temperatures we've experienced for most of the day. It's really nice and comfortable now. There was a few fish showing in front of Nick as we consumed our food. I spotted at least 3 fish. They weren't actually boshing out the water, but they were just head and shouldering. So if you didn't actually have your eyes on the water, you wouldn't have seen them because they didn't make a sound. But as you can imagine, this time of the night there's quite a lot of insect life just on the water, on the surface as I say, and yeah, my guess is they were just picking 1 or 2 of those off. But there's fish showing in front of him, so that's encouraging. Nick's just adding a few fresh chops to the margin. I'm going to, yeah, I'm happy with what I've done. There's plenty of bait out there, and I put 2 or 3 good handfuls down the margin, so I don't think I'm going to introduce any more. I'm quite happy indeed. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do now, I'm going to make myself another coffee, and I'm going to sit and watch the water right until it gets dark, and then when it does, I'm going to get myself tucked up in there, ready for the night, and hopefully I'll be running back out onto one of them. Fingers crossed. Catch you later. It's just gone 5:30 and I've had a vicious drop back, and then the old bobbin did a bit of dancing. I had a good idea what it was going to be, and a big old dirty breams took me stiff in rig. Not the ideal wake up call, but it proves that the old rigs are working. Great. So we're just coming up to about 9:30. Pat the bivvy up. A few bits of tackle lingering about. Hoping to get away for around about 10:30. So I had that breamer about 5:30, and I did have well, something picked up the right hand rod around about 6:45. I'm pretty sure it was a fish that had come right into the edge and picked up my line, or not the line, because the bobbin rose slightly and then it dropped back. But apart from that, it's all been quiet. Plenty of fizzing going on. This time yesterday morning the sun was up and it was a real roaster of a day, well, roaster of a morning. But as yet, it's quite nice temperature wise. It's been an enjoyable session, short and sweet, but you have to maximise your time, whatever's available. And as I said earlier in this blog, we're hoping to get back down here Friday for another overnighter. So fingers crossed everything falls into place and that goes to plan. And I might even be tempted to jump back in here for the 3rd session on the trot. I really do like this swim, and yeah, starting to get to know it a bit better. So yeah, I'm going to leave those rods as normal till last. They'll be the last thing to be packed away. And as I say, hopefully we can get back down here the weekend and do it all again. So unless anything happens from now until when I depart, the next time I'll see you hopefully be the weekend on session number 3 here at Patshull Church Lake. So hopefully you enjoyed what I've had to show you. Sadly looking like it's not going to be another carp in front of the camera, but yeah, as I mentioned in the first vlog, this isn't an easy venue by any stretch of the imagination. But there is a few fish in here, and yeah, if we do manage to catch one during my time on this lake, they are very special indeed. So so there we go, I'm going to wrap it up, and I'll see you soon folks. Thanks for watching.